Oh no! I'm supposed to give people another 2 minutes to get here. Here's some Gavin from and wait. Hold on. Just a second, cat. Okay. You don't have savings throws yet. I'm sorry, but it's his. He dropped a video this morning on bitter jealousy, and I'm telling you, Gavin, watch me running your stuff at the front of this show will make people have bitter jealousy. So something.
I have less selfish ambition and more love for others. My goals and vision, another way to say it, the revelations I receive exist. So there is a way to act in the world such that some future goal and vision can manifest. And again, attention can be given to that which does not seem to help with the goal and the vision which I have received, which was revealed to me. And then there can once again be a bitter jealousy regarding the attention, the way attention is being given and received within the attention economy.
As the mind explores the symbol, it is led to ideas that lie beyond the grasp of reason. The wheel may lead our thoughts toward the concept of a divine son, but at this point reason must admit its incompetence. Man is unable to define a divine being. When with all our intellectual limitations we call something divine, we have merely given it a name, which may be based on a creed, but never on factual evidence. because there are innumerable things beyond the range of human understanding. We constantly use symbolic terms to represent concepts that we can
say is there's nothing wrong with your deduction. Your brain works fine. The problem is that you're not submitted to the truth outside of the truth that you want to be true. You're an ideologue.
Right.
You don't care if the baptism of John was from God.
Right. Right.
You're not submitted to the truth.
Right.
You're too concerned with your own position and power and authority.
Right.
I was sailing with my phone. Now I'm perfectly not alone. Whoops, sorry there, guy. Welcome, everybody. It's time for the saving throws against the mind control you get on one of these Grim Grizz shows. It's, this one is Blah Me Canada, Chlor Me Quat, the Armchair Overlords. Armchair. See, that's the armchair the AI gave me. Armchair Overlord stream. I'm General Griswold Gaius Grim of the First LARPing Christian Protocol. Hello. I see the assassins have failed. Here are your saves against mind control. You see, every word you hear uttered on a screen through a screen is a form of mind control, and probably the stuff the people in the room are saying to you as well. It's all mind control. And here you get the savings throw against it. You get to choose between survival, social, wisdom, or heart as the basis for your savings throw. I roll the die. If they're over 10, you take half damage from the mind control during this show and the rest of your day. If it's under 10, you take full damage. But hey, you gotta roll, you gotta roll. Survival, social, wisdom, or heart. Choose. Survivalist. You fell over, but it was a 9. You're going to need a +1. You get +2 for chatting. So, socialisms. The socialisms got a 7. 7. All chakras, but you need a +3. You get +5 for a replay comment. Lovers of wisdom. 9 for you as well. Pairing it up again. It's so weird how the dice pair up so often. And the heart, folks, 14. You made it. You made it all on your own. Indigo kids, you got the 10. 10 for you. Woohoo! Oh, woohoo!
I believe that if everyone sees what just a few people become when they wholly embrace their gifts, others will awaken.
A member for 4 months. Upcycle Club says, may they continue to do so, indicating knowledge of the call and response. Heart, Phlebas and Anselman. Why are you putting your money on Phlebas and Anselman, Franco? Why? Okay, but way up here. No. Authority is for authors. I'm glad you brought authors into it because there is one, and he's got the channel, and he put out the video today, and I don't think he does a lot of those. Abbey Road, and the pen, the cross, and the Abbey, he called it, and here's a piece of that.
To get involved in the church's bureaucracy, but they kept saying we need a holy man, please come and become a priest. John was so desperate not to become a priest that he cut off the 2 fingers of his hand so that he couldn't make a blessing and couldn't become a priest. So that's an extreme example of what the mythologist Joseph Campbell called the refusal of the call. The refusal of the call. So anyway, look, there's a pattern. And I think the point is that when you become a Christian, whether you like it or not, you're going to be drawn out of the world. And I feel like that's happened to me. As I say, I'll just reiterate that I'm not comparing myself to a saint, but I think the pattern's true of all of us. We have to be transformed into something else, so we get taken out of the place. And to me, I think that's manifested in my writing. That was the thing I was good at. That was the thing I did. When I was younger, I wanted to be a famous novelist and win all the prizes and all that. Can't think of anything worse these days, but there it is. So I've just been writing about saints, and I've just been writing about
the wizard staff, the wizard iron rod he has is also explained in that video, and also relating to authors. All authors. Part of this show is going to be. It's come to my attention. It's come to my attention that there's the slight possibility I might have a 45 seconds or so with this Jordan Peterson cat, who's responsible for the self-authoring program for all the saps, and I have I understand he's a very powerful wizard, like at least a 8th circle rhetorician, and so I've made a note card of things I'd say. I want to practice have ready to say in those 45 seconds, and I'm going to share those with you today on this fancy stream, which we're calling Blah Me Canada, Blah Chlor Me Quat, Blame Canada, Blah Me Canada, and also Armchair Overlords. So now we know where we're going, because depends a good deal on where you want to get to. I want to get to Tarpon Springs for the Symbolic World Summit, and the Shadow Cabal has made that mostly possible. And now that I might be meeting Jordan Peterson there, it sure would be nice to have a suit, to be wearing a suit. You know, I'd preferably a custom design suit based on this, like this incorporated into a suit, all artistically, to compete with his fancy Twitter bird suits. You know. So we're putting the word suit, next to the Ko-fi link at the top of the donation. The current additions to the fund of the grift will be indicating whether or not I should be wearing a suit. Thanks to you. Thanks to the Shadow Cabal there. Special thanks to the Shadow Cabal. So say we all. And now the red deck card of the show. Red deck card of the show. 4 of spades. 4 of them. 4 of the spades.
Are you sick and tired of being asked about the TLC? When you look at this corner, do you not even think that it's a thing? Well, if you're like me, raise your hand. Because I got what you need. You need Telos tea. That's right. Grab yourself a nice hot cup of Telos tea. Now, Telos tea. It's not a thing.
Wow, that was shorter than I thought. We did that song, this one.
Like love. Love is worth saving.
I don't know love.
Now encompasses everything. Does it not?
It's all there is.
It's all there is.
You choose survival, social, wisdom, or heart.
See, you've given yourself up. But this is the most powerful thing that can be done. surrender. See, and love is an act of surrender to another person. Total abandonment. I give myself to you. Take me, do anything you like with me. See? So, and that's quite mad. So we come to the strange conclusion that in madness lies sanity.
Oh, and I would have been sane if I had added the shopping links to the stream already, and I haven't. So let's dip into Pastor Paul's homeroom today, where he's continuing his Jordan Hall fetish, the fetish over there.
Underneath much of the Protestantism that settled America and continues to be so. Even among Calvinism's underneath Arminianism, okay? Arminianism is a deviation from Calvinism. So Calvinism is the bigger box, Arminianism is a smaller set. Many Baptists in America, the fundamentally Calvinist roots. Again, this goes all the way back to the Pilgrims and the Puritans. So John Calvin's Institutes of the Christian Religion had a deep impact on sort of second generation Protestant theology. Anyway, so he's wrestling with these things, and at least Christianity has become non-coercive in terms of those who don't identify as Christian. That's a deep part of Christianity. So you see all of this anxiety about Christian theocracy in America, and it's like it's most Christians really don't play that. Well, what about laws against abortion? I don't know. Well, what about laws against murder? Is that Christian? No, murder.
Hey now. There's no such thing as most Christians. You guys are as diverse as coffee. Yes. Welcome to the stream, where you might see such things in the hive mind as Logos is linked to Kakma, Neutrino. Logos is linked to Kakma. Okay, good news though. Now available in the shopping links below the stream is the Fancy Lobster Monkey Goose Fallen Version Tee. So while I sit here and I grift from you a nice fancy suit for when I meet maybe Jordan Peterson or at least Jonathan Pageau, you too can fancify yourself with some fancy gear. There's also a link to the sticker that's only $4.88, and I make no profit at all on the Lobster Monkey Goose sticker, but you can have Lobster Monkey Goose with you, just like the fancy channel members can make it the Lobster Monkey Goose logo in the chat with the channel superpowers. Okay, where's the... And then there's two, you gotta
I listen to him. I think he is telling us the truth. That is indeed what he wants. Those of you who are sort of sniffing for duplicity or grift or dishonesty, I don't smell any of that here. I think he's telling us. I see this guy. I see both of these guys, but I see this guy as being very, very genuine and honest. He is telling us exactly what he thinks.
And now, so before Mr. Jordan made a splash in the news with his announcing his Christianity, he made an appearance over on this Waves of Obsession channel. Let's see this part here. Wait, first find his appearance. It's way down here somewhere. He said URL, I think. Yes, look here. He says, okay, there I am. Okay, and then there it is. It's right above me. There it is. Just right above me on the. What's the URL from the site from? Oh, look, he can timestamp 11:4. Now it says Jordan Greenhall, but our in-depth due dilettantery by clicking through shows that this is now Jordan Hall, and that he had a conversation with John Vervaeke on the 22nd, 2 years ago.
Recording in progress. That was into awareness. that you're going to be aware of what's about to happen. Now go do something super real and notice what happens when you're aware of the spaciousness. All the symbols are kind of loaded in you. Now they're actually being grounded in the only ground there is. You can't ground them to Derrida, nonsense. Yeah. You ground them here. So I would say that's something like.
And so, but he made an appearance in the comment section over here on the Waves of Obsessions channel with an 11:45 timestamp. If you click on that.
Now, currently, the way I would describe it is you have the elites. This is your Jordan Petersons. It's some of these big names, right? It's Jordan Peterson, Joe Rogan, Lex Friedman, any other particular people that you have on your list. And I think there's another thing is, as I think more people should share their subscriptions or make them more public. And I think that could be the backbone of what makes this little corner is all of these connections.
Can you imagine the proper subscription maintenance? You remember that thing you subscribed to 4 years ago and you've never seen a video from because the algorithm quit feeding it to you, but you've been subscribed the whole time. Oh, anyway.
Between all these channels, right? That's the edge of where everybody is fishing their ideas from, right? This is where they're getting everything from. So you have these,
but do
you
the
have
bubble.
elites. You have
There's
some
the bubble. I saw the bubble when I was mousing around. There it is. Look at this thing. Show the bubble.
What is this little? Is trying to figure out what this thing. One of the things.
Stop it right here. Look at this. It does this. This thing is apparently called obsidian, and we should all use it and play with it together. And look at it. Look at it. Look at it. Just look at it. It's a flotilla.
We all know that there is no agency any living gent can see doing what is right for me. Is lifting up my bro so he can grow some eyes to see that doing what is right for me increases all our agency.
Oh. And now, for reasons unknown, more of this guy.
About Wells. And I haven't had any desire to write the kind of analytical pieces that I was writing before when I was doing my series on the machine. And yet I wonder now what to do about this. How can these things be fused? How would you answer the call to come back to the world if you were a writer who'd been drawn out of it? Because I can't write about the world in the way that I used to. And yet we're living in this time which it's difficult to say whether a time you're living in is unique, because we all think the times we're living in are unique and we all think we're unique as well. But there's something really special and strange and frightening about this time. We are living in the age of the machine. And the age of the machine is very specifically an age of atheism. There are not many societies in history that I've ever come across that have denied the existence of God at all. They may have had a million different ways of worshipping, a million different ways of understanding what the divinity is and what the light beyond this world is. But they never deny it exists, and we do. We do. Our culture says there's nothing. There's nothing except what we can measure with our instruments.
Remember, there is no agency. We want what's best.
Hello and welcome. This is the Armchair Overlords stream. I'm Grim Grizz. That was Paul Kingsnorth. We're doing now a Blue Church card of the show. We do cards of the show for reasons unknown, but they've doing so has spawned marvelous things. And the King of Hearts is the Blue Church card of the show. Congratulations to everybody who likes that one. Everybody who likes that one. And now, what has been eating my time and will suffer and spur us on toward the end of the show and the rest of this Blah me Canada, chlor me quat. Blah me Canada, chlor me quat. Blah me Canada, chlor me quat. Armchair's Overlord stream. Present video file. That one. Behold. Behold. This is the invasion. This is where the Shoshone Empire declared war on Pedro II for your entertainment and mine. Look, this is how they move the troops. Go to an action scene. Oh, look, the boat is coming in, and now it is shooting at the city of Brasilia. Oh, and another boat is shooting a boat in the heart. No, it's also shooting the city. Look at that. Look at that. Now this is a bit. Stop it. Stop the screen. Okay, this has been a recent in-depth study of mine of a game called Civilization 5. Just remove it from the thank you. Of Civilization 5. It's a game that Pastor Paul, myself, and Nate Heil have all admitted to playing.
Ducks eat bread.
They do. They like it.
And it is responsible for the Armchair Overlords section of the title of the Armchair Overlord stream. And now.
The list?
Yes, any of the first level ones.
I'm gonna get a soda. Anyone want one? Hey, Graham, I'm not in the room, right? What room? I want to cast Magic Missile. The room where he's casting all these spells from. He hasn't cast anything yet. I am, though, if you'd listen. I'm casting Magic Missile.
Why are you casting Magic Missile? There's nothing to attack here.
I'm attacking the darkness.
Yes, that was Civ 5. Paul Vanderklay says Civ 6 is best. And that's at least a 2-hour stream battle between Nate Heil and Paul Vanderklay if they want to do it. Paul, I don't know if you saw yesterday's stream or the one I'm talking about, but I said some important things about if you haven't talked to John about Hermes yet. It's the one with Hermes in the title. And welcome. Oh, what are we doing? We're doing the Armchair Overlord squad. That was the Overlord view. You see, in my deep in-depth analysis of it is like, what it's like, okay, here I am in the wallows of this addiction. What is it? What is it that is keeping me in these wallows? What itch is it scratching? Itch is it scratching? And clearly there's obviously the global domination one. But I looked at it, it's like what it is. And what the game is, it's a decision tree just over time. It's like you make a decision and you see how it plays out across the 1,000-span year of human development and civilizations. It's if your kid isn't going to school, it's pretty good history program, honestly. But the thing is, the core thing is like you get to make a decision and see how it plays out. And like then of course you build to the climax where your armies are all but the scratch and itch of the majority of the gameplay is that you are the decision maker and you get to see how it plays out. And that itch of the Armchair Overlords is why that thing there is on the all right, and this is All right, and now we're gonna get closer. We're gonna get closer. We need to, but before we do, go back and show the thing. This is the Blahmy Canada Chlormequat stream, and the Armchair's Overlords part is almost over. The Armchair Overlords thing is this. It surprises. See on this card here, it says Bucky Balls. Bucky Balls, and it says the FDA, and I don't. Well, spoiler alert on the FDA, okay? But the Bucky Balls part is there's this guy that used to be named Buckminster Fuller, and he's got this beautiful quote. It's like you don't defeat the existing system by defeating the existing system. You make the thing that makes the existing system obsolete. And so that's relevant somehow. Apparently, it ties in with the FDA. This is the Blame Canada Chlormequat stream. And now, okay, it relates because when you're playing Civilization 5 and you have this Overlord view, one of the things you do to make your city grow is you add a thing called a granary and the thing called an aqueduct. And those both, the food and water, control the growth of the population and of the citizen. And food and water are really important because Chlormequat. Okay, so what happened was a dude dilettante looked into something and sent me an email, and the email had this link in it here, and you're not sharing the screen, you son of a this link here that took us way over to the EWG, whatever that is, finds a little known toxic chemical in 4 out of 5 people tested. 4 out of 5. Look at those statistics. They do a really beautiful job in the article of going through these 3 bullet points right here. The bullet points of the piece are the following. First, the first in the U.S. study looked for the presence of chlormequat in humans. Second, federal rules allow the chemical's use on oats and other grains imported to the U.S. And third, animal studies link chlormequat to reproductive and developmental problems, creating questions about its impact on humans. Oh, look, there's a guy and the baby, and they're feeding the baby. And it's question about impact on humans. Now, of course, this relates to our armchair overlord nature. Now that we've been informed of this, or what is this chlormequat? What? Well, they did also, for people like us, include this vidya.
EWG's research on pesticides has always been about letting people know what they can be exposed to through the foods that they're eating.
When I first heard my colleagues tell me they found chlormequat in the foods that they had tested, I said, "What's chlormequat?"
Chlormequat is a new chemical in the U.S. food supply. It is used primarily on grain crops like oats and wheat. Once we learned that the EPA had essentially started allowing chlormequat on oat-based products that were being imported into the US, we decided to test them. And when we tested those products, we found chlormequat in over 90% of those samples. That was samples like cereals, breakfast bars, snack bars, really common foods that people are eating every day.
EWG's toxicologists looked at the chemistry of this particular chemical and were alarmed.
Chlormequat causes really concerning health effects in animal studies. It harms the reproductive system and it can disrupt fetal growth. And that gives us concern for how this chemical might also impact human health. Once we knew it was really prevalent in the food supply, the next question was, well, can you measure it in people? This is the first study.
Can you measure it in people? Now, hold on. They got the whole video. It's all nice. It explains everything terribly. But the important findings in here, they go into first. They do this nice, look what the Trump EPA did. I'm not showing them. Look what the Trump EPA did. And then they go and say, but check out what the Biden EPA is doing. That's really great. But where was there? Here it says Quaker Oats. My delicious oatmeal that I love to eat all the time. They found this stuff in it. And this is a recent study. I think it's coming out to Fancy Pants. Yes, new 2/2/24. That's new. That's new. It's peer reviewed. Look, it's got a link and it says peer reviewed. And what they did, where does it say the numbers though? Where was it? Here. The naysayers that say your food is fine will tell you that 96 people were tested for the thing in a specialized lab. They have to have a specialized lab to find this chemical, and they only did it on 96 people. So that would be your. And who the hell is the EWG? But the thing of it is, I don't, you know. If you look at most of the things, a lot of the things, and you find in the grocery store today, it'll say you have to find it. This very small print. It says contains a bioengineered ingredient, food ingredient, or something. But they don't say which one. It just contains one, and you can call for more questions. And the thing is, what makes the corner, this little corner, is when we start making things for each other. And that's like people have made me wonderful branding, and sometimes I make things. This is a message for Pastor Paul Vanderclay. I saw you had on your show this morning, the horrible things that man said about the kayfabe. And I just want you to know that I'm going to destroy you in the April Fool's conversation cage match. That's right. I'm looking forward to the cage match. And this whole chlormequat situation, this they put it on my oats. What am I even supposed to eat if I can't eat my delicious Quaker oatmeals in the morning? And where you got to do the blame Canada part. Okay, well, through the magic of the search terms, you can find there it is. Many oats and oat products consumed in the U.S. come from Canada. So we blame Canada for the chlormequat, but this part about how we're a little corner and we're something special and we make things for each other like wonderful brandings. According to Anselman, praying over our food becomes more urgent daily. So I can say a prayer and still eat my oats. This Obsidian probably has a website, but I think it's like it's like we've discovered fire if because the brains we have. And then, but anyway, sorry. Okay, I won't. But so yeah, I was thinking if we can make things for each other, how about making a list of foods that are clean and safe to eat? Because we like figuring it out for one person or oneself is a really pain in the ass thing. And if like 4 or 5 people do that, and we take all other things together, we could maybe eat clean. Because I keep seeing that where Tyler and Marla and the guy from the Lightning Crashes guy, who he was in the movie, he was the waiter, and he's like, clean food, please. So maybe we can share those kinds of things as part of And in exciting news, Pete from Strange Theology is looking for the maker of that piece of branding for permissions to use it, unlike the TLC Hub channel who just stole it and used it. And the buckyballs, the FDA, we're gonna have to. We know. We have evidence pointing to perhaps corruption of the environments that's supposed to tell us what food is safe and what food is not. And so the buckyballs approach to that would be for us to figure out how to tell each other what food is safe and what not. Head on to your grocery store for your local
Slime! What? It's a river of slime!
All right, and then let me see. Let's see. I have a card that says 30 years later, right? And this is from. I'm driving down the same roads that I was 30 years ago in my car when I go to Walmart and stuff. And it doesn't happen often, but it occurs to me like sometimes I'll get these contrasting thoughts of like not like you can drive down and you see how things have changed, how that used to be a thing and now it's this and all that. But also you can get that level of reflection with your thoughts themselves. Like, man, I've driven this down this road when I wanted to kill myself like 700,000 times, and I've driven down this road feeling like this, or with my mind all swirling around this, and it's just like now my mind is swirling around the other times I don't know. That's why that was on that card, and now the only card we have left is the things I'm going to say if you put me in the fancy suit, hopefully based off this. And I meet Jordan Peterson, and I know a lot of you have been edging for that, so I have to play more branding intermittent. So yeah, then we'll farm that out to the replay comments. The replay comment section. Hey, we have a question for you. What then shall we eat? What then shall we eat? Let us know in the comments of the replay, and the Shenandoah Valley card of the show from the farm is the Jack of Diamonds. See the farm Jack of Diamonds like that. That's how that works. And now, what you've all been waiting for. Oh, you should load that branding. Well, here, the starred comments on my StreamYard says we haven't gotten any of the super chats that other than this membership message from Ups that indicated his membership in the Sacred Order of Foolish Transparency. Other than that, we've gotten no super chats. So you can go ahead and play the Money Boat branding while you load up the clip you need. Okay. apparently they've broken into my computer and he deleted the Cat clips, or I've moved them to a folder I can't find. But then, as such, I'll just go over the card. When and if I meet with Jordan Peterson, these are the things I personally, as a representative of you, sense to the event by the power of the Shadow Cabal. Special thanks to the Shadow Cabal. So say we all. And the first on that list is the Cat. What about the Cat, man? You remember. It looks kind of like this. This is an AI rendition to avoid copyright, but it looks kind of like that. You put it on your head. You put it on your head. You remember that? That's point one. Point number two is this metropolitan of the Church of not following stupid rules. I was thinking, sir, that I should ask you as the metropolitan if I could be a bishop of the Church of not following stupid rules. But then I realized that asking would be following a stupid rule. So I'm just telling you, sir, I've become now a metropolitan of your church because I say so. Please give me the Keck hat as the bishop hat. You can't build an ark and wear a Keck hat. They're incompatible. The relic is incompatible with the magic you need for the ark. Tell us, what's it like, bro? Just on man to man, person to person. What it's like to grow up and have all this Russian art about how terrible they are all around you, and then be taken into Russia and put into a coma in Russia. How is that not like a Stephen King book nightmare we're waiting for you to write? Okay, and you remember that time when you did the Penguin March, when the Penguin publishers marched you all around giving all those book tours? Are you still doing that? What's it like working with the CAA? Is it like working with the CIA? How much are those the same? This whole arc thing you're doing, man, is it just a Hegelian antithesis to the WEF? And that's how the WEF gets the synthesis, because nobody's really opposing them, and they're just, we're the thesis, and we need the arc to be the anti. Is that what's going on here? Are you really just controlled opposition? Is that what? Okay, and and also, I've been informed that up my DNA line is a Peterson. And so I was thinking if I could swab this thing, you could have the DNA done and see if I'm entitled to any nepotism as you continue to build your empire. So those are the things. I don't know. Which one should I or should I not say? Because that's kind of long. I don't think I'm going to have that much time. I can't not talk about the Keck hat, though. So that's got to be one of them. Let me know which other ones I should skip or add or alter, or how you would say it better before this fictional possible might event happens down in the Tarpon Springs. This trip is beginning. Oh my God, in less than a week I will be beginning this trip. Denny's strength to us all, to the strength of denim to us all. Okay, and now some more branding while I check in with the hive mind. Really? Yes. Did you do this one yet? I gotta change the route to evade the assassins, or you could make the effort and meet the assassins on the route. Oh, look at that. Chezi, thank you. I will try to make us proud. I don't know if that's enough for a suit. We'll see. It looks like it might be fancy money. It might be. A mind control fail results in the payment to me. Thank you, Stephanie Christos. May the mind control keep failing then. And Anselman says, I'm still worrying about kumquats in my porridge oats. And frankly, that's an honest concern presented the way I present things. There's apparently a chlormiquat in your porridge oats. We're blaming Canada for it, but what shall then we eat? Really, guys, be careful what you put in. I mean, it won't defile you, right? Because it's what comes out of your mouth that defiles you. But I don't know. I don't know. Maybe we should consider more, take some more effort into what, like, our body is a temple, you know? That part where Jesus, he goes in and he clears the money lenders out of the temple. Like, that's about, like, don't think about money too much, man. Don't let money be your thing. Don't let. Yeah. Anyway, thank you everybody for being a part of this. I think I touched all the bases I wanted to, including that this Lobster Monkey Goose shirt is available. I'm wearing the classic original one. Some of the people still have those ones. This was the modified one that we got Mud Hut to make for us. She's the mother of Goose, if she'll let you call her that. And then and you can get that shirt. I got one. It's great. It's fancy shirts. What else? There's that. We did that, and that. Here, have some more of the Jordan's hauls.
Like that. Maybe the last piece is just to be, helpful, to be honest. What was the phrase that came to my mind? The crises will escalate until morality improves. Sort of playing with that turn of phrase.
Right.
You watch the evolution of what's happening on the ground in the Ukraine,